thinking about moving to Virginia's beautiful mountains and valleys, and more specifically, Harrisonburg, Virginia. Well, in this video, I'm going to take you on a tour of Harrisonburg, show you a little bit of the town, and also take you into several neighborhoods that have several different price points that may meet your housing needs. And if you hang around till the end of the video, I'm going to share with you something like what I call a hidden gem about Harrisonburg that a lot of people, especially if they don't live in the area, don't know about. And you definitely don't want to miss out on that. And we're going to get started right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Virginia, from its beautiful mountains to its valleys and in towns like Harrisonburg, then click on that subscribe button and touch that bell so you can be the first to be notified about all the current market information in Virginia's mountains and valleys and in towns like Harrisonburg. Hi, my name's Stephen Gleason, along with my wife and partner Leslie, and we get phone calls and emails every day from folks just like you who are looking to make a move to Virginia and its mountains and valleys, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, pick up the phone and give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. The information in the description down below, and we'll be happy to help you make your move to Virginia as smooth as possible. So as I mentioned, today we're in Harrisonburg, Virginia, and I'm down here in the Court Square, and you say, Stephen, today, what are you talking about? It's nighttime. Yeah, it is nighttime, and I just figured it'd kind of be nice to start differently this time, and we can go look at some houses tomorrow, but the Christmas lights are downtown here in Harrisonburg. It's that time of the year, the season, and it's just kind of a neat place to be. So I thought I'd bring you all with me downtown. I'm going to start out here in the courthouse, and some of the historical significance about Harrisonburg. There's a lot of history here in Harrisonburg, and one of the things is the old well here. And this well, we don't drink out of it anymore, but the well was used all throughout the 1800s and by Confederate soldiers and other soldiers, and just people traveling from east to west. It was a very popular stopover place here in Harrisonburg. And as I mentioned, there's more history about Harrisonburg, and I'm going to tell you a little story as we start here, as we walk by the courthouse to get to the area where I kind of like to show you in the downtown. Imagine it's 1862, and the American Civil War is in the heat of conflict at the time, and there's a battle that takes place, the First Battle of Winchester, Virginia, about 70 miles north of here. And as a result of that battle, General Stonewall Jackson of the Confederate Army, he ends up with about 2,000 prisoners of war, Union soldiers. And so he marches them south, some 70 miles, and he brings them here to Harrisonburg. Now, at the time, this court square was not a court square. The highway that runs through here, Highway 33, ran right through the middle of town. But what they did do on each side of where now is this square, is they had the offices for the county on the one side, and on this side, they actually used it during the Civil War to house those prisoners of Stonewall Jackson. So imagine 2,000 prisoners being on the south part of this lawn here in Harrisonburg, Virginia. One of the many neat stories about Harrisonburg and all of the history that just really comes to life here in the Shenandoah Valley and in Virginia as you experience it, being at those places where these things actually happened. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go on downtown here a little bit. I'm going to cross the road and get to the other side and just show you a little bit of kind of some of the things that are in downtown Harrisonburg. So across to the other side of the street now, and as you can see when you look up the street, just some nice Christmas lights during the downtown. And matter of fact, if I go ahead and turn around this way as well, you can see down the street as well. And just a really neat downtown. There's a few stores down here that are a lot of fun to go into, and just worth the night coming out and going to the stores. This time of year, the stores are all closing at 6 o'clock at night. And but there's still a lot of the restaurants open in town. As a matter of fact, I'm headed over to one right now, and I'm gonna maybe take you there. And but I do have one other thing. At the beginning of the video, I told you that I was going to share with you what I call a hidden gem of Harrisonburg, and I'm going to do that at the end of the video, but it's right around the corner. So sorry, you're going to have to wait, but I am going to go and take a look at it tonight. So we'll see you at the end of the video. Let's bring you by here, some more of the shopping down here. One of the neat places in town is the Agora Downtown Market, and a lot of different kinds of shops in there. And it's all one shop, but a lot of different products in there from different vendors, and so kind of really neat. And 10,000 villages right down the way here. Actually, I mentioned that in one of my other videos, and really neat place to go and really neat thing what they're doing there. So as I said, around the corner, but we're gonna wait. See you in a little bit. So what you do when you get done with Bella Luna's wood-fired pizza, you go down to Bella's Gelato and Pastries. Just right there in the corner.
Just like
Ooh, yeah. Sorbetto, chocolate sorbetto. Yum, yum. That is some good gelato. So I wanted to come to kind of an area where you could kind of get an overlook of some of the businesses here in the area, and you can't see a whole lot down here, but there's a huge shopping center down here, and you can overlook and see some of the areas as well. But one of the reasons I brought you down here too is I love the sunsets out here in Virginia, and although we kind of clouded over tonight and there's not a whole lot of sun that's shining, you can still see the beautiful Appalachian Mountains behind me, and just some great times and great sunsets here in Virginia. But this kind of give you an idea, like I say, of where a lot of the businesses are, and a lot of your shopping will take place if you live in Harrisonburg, Virginia. So we're here in our first subdivision called Park Lawn, and Park Lawn is an area that is west of the city center of Harrisonburg. As a matter of fact, it's very conveniently located at the high school. The high school is only about a half a mile up the road, Harrisonburg High School. Most of the properties in this subdivision will run you about $300,000 to $400,000. You're looking at a price point of about $150, $135, $40 to about $200, $230 a square foot, depending upon the size of the house. It's interesting, here some of the smaller houses actually have a little bit larger square footage price. Some of the larger houses, they actually come down on the square footage price. So just kind of a unique thing about the community here. But as you can see by looking here at the community, you can see a lot of the homes are either a split foyer home. There are some ranch homes in the community here as well that you'll see. Many of them have garages, which I've mentioned. A lot of homes in the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia and in the area don't, but a lot of them do here. Some of them are tuck under garages, but a lot of them are garages just pulling right off the street as well. So most of the homes in this neighborhood are about 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, 2 to 3 baths, and they come anywhere between on the smaller side, you're looking at about 1,200 square feet, 1,200 square feet, up to about 3,000 square feet on the high end of the homes in this neighborhood. As far as its location, I've already mentioned that it's located very near Harrisonburg High School, but it's also about 7-8 minutes from downtown Harrisonburg, the downtown city center, and you're also looking at probably about another 10 to 12 minutes over to where much of the shopping area is, where the mall is, where the Target and Best Buy, places like that. So it's conveniently located, and so I'm going to take you here to another house here in the neighborhood and just kind of break it down a little bit and show you about what you can get for your money here in Park Lawn. As we come up to the house that I wanted to show you here in the neighborhood, a couple other things that I just thought about. Park Lawn has sidewalks, at least on one side of the street throughout the neighborhood, which is great for walking and for families and for safety purposes as well. Another thing that Park Lawn, you'll see the trees, the size of the trees are starting to grow, which is kind of representative of a neighborhood that is maturing between 15 and 20 years. One of the things about Parkland as well is that I mentioned it was by Harrisonburg High School, but about a mile the other way is Thomas Harrison Middle School. So you're definitely right, very close to the schools. The house I wanted to share with you today is the one that's behind me right now. And this house is currently not on the market, but it has a value of about $300,000 to $305,000 estimated value, and which is typical of some of the homes in the area, or many of the homes in the area. I mentioned $300,000 to $400,000. There's actually some in the upper twos as well here in the Park Lawn subdivision. This particular property has 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, and it has a 2-car garage. It sits on a 1/4-acre lot, and that's about $230 a square foot, which is kind of on the higher end of properties in the area. But the nice thing about it is you have a 2-car garage, and it's all brick as well. So we come to our next area here in Harrisonburg, and this is the Fairway Hills area, named because it sits right on a golf course here, the country club here in Harrisonburg, Spotswood Country Club. The homes in here you're going to see are much larger. The average price of a home in here ranges pretty greatly, really, from about $400,000 to $700,000. That being said, the price per square foot is about, the amount of square footage in a house is anywhere from 2,500. Some of these houses have over 7,000 square feet in them. And so if you're looking for a larger house, this may definitely want to be a place that you look at. As you walk through the neighborhood, you can see it's a well-established neighborhood. Most of the homes here were built in the 1980s, 1990s, and you see the large trees, and just makes for a really nice setting here in this neighborhood. One of the things about the neighborhood that is really neat is that it is only about 2 minutes, literally 2 minutes, from all of the, or not all, but where the main part of the shopping is in here in Harrisonburg. And so it's very easily accessed to just get there very quickly. It's about 5-10 minutes down the road from James Madison University, and about 10 minutes from the downtown area. You're going to see a lot of different style houses here. You're going to see some Cape Cods. You're going to see some colonial style houses, and just a lot of different houses styles as we go through the neighborhood. Almost every house here, of course, has a garage, and as you can see, they're very well maintained and well landscaped, and this is a really nice area of Harrisonburg because of its proximity to the area and honestly the niceness of the area. And I'll just go ahead and turn around here. You can see, like I say, you may have seen some smaller homes behind me, but I'll turn around this way, and you can see there's even some larger homes and here in the area in this little inlet. And we're coming up on a home right now that I want to take a look at and share with you a little bit about it. This house was recently sold for $615,000. It was built in 2004, so one of the newer houses here in Fairway Hills. It has 5 bedrooms and 3.5 baths, and it has 3,971 square feet of finished living space, but it also has some unfinished space, which gives you over 6,000 square feet in this one particular property. The lot size is about a third of an acre, a little over a third of an acre a lot. And so the price per square foot, you're looking at about $155 for the finished square foot footage here in the property. As you can see, like most of the homes here, it has a nice 2-car garage, and again, the value for your money that you get here and the construction of the homes, most of them with brick, makes this neighborhood a really nice neighborhood. So especially if you enjoy golf, this is a great place to be, because you're right on, literally, if I were to look right over my shoulder here, the golf course is right behind me over here, Spotswood Country Club, and that's if you like living on the golf course, it's a place to be. But not every house here is on the golf course. There are those that are off the golf course. But if you're looking for this style of a house and you're looking for something very close to the center, the activities in the town, Fairway Hills may be a very, very good spot for you to begin your look in, especially if you're looking in the price range between $400,000 and $700,000. I'm here in the Lake Point community, and the Lake Point community is on the eastern side of Harrisonburg, right on the outskirts of the town. As a matter of fact, actually, it's over near Massanutten Springs and Cross Keys area. And this area of town is an area of town where a lot of luxury living is taking place. And hey there. And a lot of luxury living is taking place. The average price of a house in here will run you from about probably $550,000, $600,000, all the way up to $1 million. As a matter of fact, there's even one property in here listed right now. It's $1.7 million. So if you're looking for an area that is a high scale of living and homes that are very large, a lot of the homes here in the neighborhood are 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 square feet. As you can see, a lot of these were, the trees are larger, and a lot of these homes were built 10, 20 years ago. Most of the construction is brick here, and of course the lots, as you can see and as you will see, are a little bit bigger than a lot of the lots that we've seen in some of the other neighborhoods today. This area is about 10 minutes from the shopping area that you saw earlier in the video. And as a matter of fact, this side of town is just exploding with building. There's 3 minutes down the road from here, there's a golf course. As you all know, I like to golf, and but 3 minutes down the road is Lakeview Golf Course. And I can remember coming out here in the 90s to golf at Lakeview, and none of this was here. I mean, none of these areas were even, they were in the planning stages, but just so much is building up in this area. But when they're doing it in very, as you can see, and very nice homes. So the center of Harrisonburg is about 15 minutes away probably. But like I say, if you're looking for a neighborhood that is more of a luxury neighborhood and larger lots and mature trees and beautiful area, if you look behind me, you can see the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains behind me. As a matter of fact, that's Massanutten, and Massanutten is one of the ski resorts here in the area, and so you're just a few minutes away from that as well. So I'm going to take you over to another house now that is currently on the market, and I'll share with you a little bit about that. We're here in the house that I wanted to show you here in the Lake Point community, and one of the nice things about this home is that it does have the advantage of being on a cul-de-sac, which makes it a little bit more private in an already very nice neighborhood. The house that's coming up here on my right is listed at $839,000. It has 4 bedrooms and 3 baths. It has 4,829 square feet of living space that's finished. Then it has more that's unfinished as well, making a total of 5,800 square feet of living space. That brings you to about $172 a square foot in a luxury style home. The home itself was built in 1999, and as you can see from the trees and the neighborhood around, it's certainly a well-established place. The lot size is a little bit larger than some of the lots we've seen. The lot here is 7/10 of an acre. So this is typical of the homes here in the area. And as I said, this one's currently on the market for $839,000. And if you have questions about the homes here in the Lake Point community or any of the other communities that we've talked about, give us Leslie and I a call. We'd be happy to help you out with that. Well, I figured in finishing up this video, I'd come down here, just a small lake, just on the outskirts of Harrisonburg, right next to the Lake Point community. Name of the lake here is Lake Shenandoah. And as you can see, it's getting to the evening here, we're about sunset. And one of the neat things about the Shenandoah Valley and a lot of the towns here, including Harrisonburg, there's often a lot of hiking trails. And here's another one of the hiking trails. You can hike around the lake. And so just something that's really nice, and a lot of opportunities again for enjoyment of life and quality of life here in the Shenandoah Valley and in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. So like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're looking to move to Virginia, to its mountains and its valleys, pick up the phone and give Leslie and I a call, or shoot us a text, send us an email. All that information is in the description down below, and we really do. We want to help each one of the individuals that we work with and the families that we work with find the home that they'd like to purchase. Leslie and I taught school for 18 years, and one of the things that we did during that time, of course, we invested in the lives of our children. And we've taken that same idea of teaching and moved it over into the area of real estate now. And so we like to teach, and we like to educate, and we love to learn. And one of the most important things to us, though, is making sure that an individual or a family gets into the home that they want to get into. Leslie and I are not the kind of people that force anybody into this home. It has to be something that you're comfortable with. And so, like I say, we're more than happy to help. We want you to find the place that you would like to find and to live in, and that you can call home. So, all right, so we're here. No, it's not the church with the beautiful stained windows, but it's right around me here. And the name of the place is called Ruby's Arcade. And they have food, and they have pizza, and they have duck pin bowling. And let's go inside. I'm going to show you around and show you why it's so cool. All right, so we're inside Ruby's Arcade, and as you can see, we've got duck pins down here at the end of the lane. See over here, you've got full service place to get drinks, and you've got a place to eat. You've got arcade games in the back. You've got pool tables, and you've got dartboards in the front. You've got dartboards there too. You got ping pong. You got air hockey. You got everything there is to do in this place. Ruby's Arcade, a really cool place to come, whether by yourself or with your family. But come on down to Ruby's Arcade. All right, so this is one of the coolest places right here. Down, you can see right on the alleys, and the pin setting machines. Right now nobody's bowling because they're all having a party over there. But these are the coolest things to watch, reset the pins. So come on down and find out how they watch Harrisonburg, Virginia, Hidden Gem.
Stephanie and I finally made it to Ruby's Arcade in Harrisonburg, Virginia tonight, where we had an amazing time competing with each other. But we were especially fascinated over the duck pin bowling machines. They were probably built in the 1940s. They were amazing to watch, and we enjoyed all the games.